Oh, okay.
Should have gotten a bigger umbrella.
I appreciate you holding it. All right, everyone, we're back. I'm on the Upper East Side with Felicia Madison. She very well might be the queen of the Upper East Side. I don't know.
But, or the pauper.
No, you're the queen. You're the queen. She's a comedian, also the booker of the West Side Comedy Club. But you have a better title for it. It's like the comedy
Director of Talent and Development.
Yeah, that's nice.
Better known as the booker of West Side Comedy Club.
That's awesome. And she's also teaching a course on comedy called Tight 5. Are people still signing up for this?
Yeah, I started, actually, it's an official school. It's the first official comedy school.
Really?
Yeah, it's called Funny, F-U-N-Y, Stand Up.
I love that.
And it's like a multi-tiered program with lots of courses and classes, and yeah.
Have you ever taken a comedy class?
Have I ever taken a comedy class? Yes, that's what I decided to start a school, because they're all so horrible.
All right.
Oops.
Are we taking right?
Let's take a right.
I took a comedy class.
I won't say with who. Don't say with who.
Don't say with who?
No.
Okay.
No, because they should only take it with
right.
stand-up now. We don't want to promote anyone else.
Okay. Well, I'm just saying it is a good way to, because there's some comedians who are like, no, don't take a class on it. But there's so many comedians who have taken, like Sam Morril, Michael Somerville, Eric Newman, have taken comedy classes. And it's just I think it's a really smart thing to do.
You know, they say that you can't teach comedy, and that's a bunch of bull.
Yeah, I think you can.
I think you can.
You can't teach certain things about performing. Right?
You can't teach talent.
Right.
But you can teach someone to do comedy.
Yeah.
I mean, you could teach someone the violin. They might not necessarily become the next Yo-Yo Ma.
Exactly. You know? Exactly. Okay, so we are on 83rd in Madison. How fitting, because your last name is Madison. You have a great name for the stage.
I'm the Queen of Madison.
Felicia Madison, that has like some oomph to it.
Yeah, you know, this umbrella, by the way, is doing absolutely nothing because the mist is just coming right out of
I know. If you want to, I mean, we're under scaffolding
we can
now.
go like this, that's better.
That's why I can get out of the train to my apartment all under scaffolding, which is great right now.
Scaffolding is every dog walker's dream.
That's true. That's true. Have you ever done that? Have you ever been a dog walker?
No, but I've been a dog owner.
Oh, you're a dog owner?
Yeah, I was. My dog died.
Oh, God, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, very sad.
Anyway, on a lighter note, let's talk about some jokes here. So how did you get into comedy? Have you always been doing it? I don't know much about how you started.
I always wanted to do it. I had a friend, also an Upper East Side guy, who did it a lot. And he was really good at it. And I always said to him I wanted to try it.
Yeah. And
then one day a girlfriend and I took a class.
Okay.
And I loved it. I never stopped.
That's great.
It's definitely
so addicting.
If it goes well, it's addicting.
Yeah. I even don't mind when it goes bad. Because you can't hit a home run every night. You know, you're not going to have the best set of your life every single night. Yeah,
but when you're starting and if it goes bad, you're not coming back.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, I've seen a lot of people go to like open mics, like, hey, it's my first time. I'm like, oh, cool, have fun. Then they're like, never seen again. But I understand it. I mean, it is very vulnerable. It's
across here.
We're gonna cross here. Okay.
I'm gonna take you into like we're gonna start here and walk the way down. This is basically where I have lunch every day.
Where is that?
Butterfield.
Butterfield Market.
Yeah, crossover.
All right. What's good there?
Well, I have the same thing every day. Well, first of all, I love their frozen yogurt.
Okay.
So when it's warmer and nicer out, but not today.
Yeah.
And I have their sushi.
Okay.
And I just came back from vacation and ate like a pig for like 7 days straight. So.
Yes. Where did you go on vacation?
We're in Mexico.
Oh, what part?
Cabo.
Oh, very cool. That's nice.
Yeah, it was really nice. Food was delicious.
Oh, would you stay at a resort?
We stayed at a resort.
Very nice.
We had a Christmas dinner there.
Oh, very fun.
That was like, literally at the end, you could have stuck an apple in my mouth and put me on the table and fed me and just served me to everyone.
Wait, that means you're doing it right.
Okay, well, let's close this up. So this is Butterfield.
Okay. Oh, we're going in. All right. So they all know you here.
Yeah, probably. So they have like the best desserts, but we're trying to go buy these really fast.
Look at these. This looks amazing.
Yeah, I think I've tried everything.
That's amazing. I can't believe I've never been here before.
Yeah, it's got everything you want for about 5 times as much as the normal place.
Oh, wow. All right. Wow, that's probably why I've never been here before.
Yeah, so we'll squeeze out this way.
All right. God, look at her. She knows everything. She knows the back exit. All right.
Yeah, and on a sunny day, you stop, you get the frozen yogurt.
Oh, yeah.
really
Oh, that's cool.
good.
I gotta do that.
Yeah, and if I'm in a really bad mood, I'll go to the west side and walk and get big gay ice cream instead.
Oh, that's good.
So this
Okay.
This is the local pharmacy where you can get your Ozempic if you want it.
Oh, nice.
Which I'm tempted to do, but I
No,
haven't
you don't
yet.
need that.
And I cannot go in here without spending an inordinate amount of money. Everything is like so expensive. And I need to get my shingle shot, and I'm gonna probably do it here.
Oh, all right. Right now?
Want to get a shingle shot with me?
Are you gonna do it right now?
I don't know. I could. So yeah. So this is like everything.
Wow.
Like
this is so cool.
Like literally, I could spend $1,000 here.
I
in a
can't tell my
second.
wife about this place. She will come here
it's got,
every
like,
day.
All the greatest stuff.
How you doing?
All the skincare stuff to make you look like feel like
That's so
you're gonna
cool.
be younger.
I love it.
But yeah, I can literally try not to go into this place.
That's an unbelievable.
Yeah, and right next door to it is one of these places. I think it's close to where they attack you. Do you know those people that attack you with the skincare cream?
Oh, what do you mean? They like give you free
they're,
samples?
they're trying to like get you to come in. I was walking by one the other day with my kids, and my son was behind me, just like, Mom, keep walking, keep walking.
Yeah.
Because he knows I'm such a sucker.
Oh, okay. So you love that stuff.
I just am a sucker.
Do you like going into like Aveda and that type of places, and they give like you a free hand massage sometimes?
If
you
tell me, I need to go into like, they need like an Alcoholics Anonymous for skincare cream and Instagram ads.
Okay. Instagram ads.
This is William Bloomberg, which is like one of the better places to buy dessert.
Okay. I think I've been here before.
Yeah, for the Jewish holidays, there's like a line out the door.
Okay.
Have you ever been to Lobel's?
I have not. Because it's mostly meat, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so no.
Yeah.
But it looks...
Have you always been vegan?
No, just for like 5 years.
Well, you could have been here 5 years ago.
I could have, but...
We don't eat there either because we keep a kosher home. So.
Okay, all right.
But
no,
have you been in here?
No, I can tell you for certain I've not been in any of the places you shop at.
I haven't either, but apparently these beds are like $10,000.
What?
Yeah, and apparently they're like, I'm a horrible sleeper.
Me too.
Yeah,
Me too.
I have like one of my biggest jokes is about Ambien, and I talk about sleep, and I'm like so tempted to come in here. They have like these sleep pods, and apparently it's like, it looks like that.
Yeah.
And they come once a year and they turn the beds for you.
What? So you can sleep in here?
Yeah, there's a sleep pod. See, come in and experience our sleep session.
What?
In our 2,500-foot spa. It's the best sleep in the world.
What? That's in here?
Yeah.
A 2,500-foot
I've never been in.
spa.
I'm afraid if I go in, I'll buy one.
Oh my gosh. Wild.
Yeah. Have you ever seen the cars? They drive around. They look like the bed.
No. Wait. I think I have, but I didn't know that was.
Yeah.
Is that just like a one-off? Is that?
No, they're all over the place.
Wow. I had no idea.
This is the world's most expensive diner.
Is it really?
Yeah. You go here and you have a salad.
There's a line.
You and your friend go and have a salad, and it's like easily $100.
What? Are you serious?
I'm serious.
And people just go there because it's expensive?
Because, yeah, not because it's expensive, because...
See, I gotta show you like my Upper East Side where I'm getting like
the slums?
a vegetarian's chopped cheese for like $3.50.
Oh, I need that.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. I mean, look, I love it up here. It's like the suburbs, right? Like.
And this is where we all go to die.
Yes, the Frank E. Campbell Funeral Chapel.
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk about West Side for a little bit.
Okay.
Love that club. You do a great job
you.
booking the room.
Thank you.
How do you, like, what's your process when it comes to booking acts? Like, do you have, do you try to make each show, make sure there's one of this, one of that, or do you just kind of look for
one of this and one of that?
Yeah, you know, like a high energy comic, a one-liner guy.
Yeah.
You know, make sure there's like a good proportion to like male to females. Like, does that come into play?
I try to make it very diverse. I try to have females on every lineup, sometimes a couple.
And you even have an all-female shows.
I have all-female shows.
Very cool.
And I do, you know, one of my pet peeves is when people call up and when you book a comic and they call and say, oh, can I move my time? Can I do this? I'm running late. Can I switch? And what they don't realize is that I put a lot of time and effort into it. Not only who I pick, but the order that they're in.
Right.
So you don't want like two of a specific type, like that might not work. You kind of want them to like build up upon each other.
Ah, okay.
And like, you know, kind of swap out like maybe a more low energy with a more high energy.
That makes sense. So do you typically like to like end the show with like high energy?
Yes.
Okay.
It's funny, someone was leaving the show And they said, yeah, that last guy was the best. They always leave the best one for last.
Really? Yeah.
But it's not the case. They're all really good.
They are.
People just like, you don't want someone with really high energy and then follow it by someone that's really low energy.
Sure.
That's like a hard act to follow.
Exactly. That's very true. And some people with very low energy are like my favorite comics.
Yes.
Like Daniel Simonson. You wouldn't say he's high energy, but he kills everywhere he goes.
So this is a store that I go into a lot.
5-story.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. They, I do a funny joke about how the guy said, I have a pair of pants for you, but they're very youthful. You won't like them. And I ended up buying them.
Ah.
And I also said to him, my husband won't like them because they're very baggy. And he said, well, that's a him problem.
Oh, wow.
And so I got home and I was wearing them. My husband's like, I really don't like those. I'm like, well, that's a you problem.
That's funny. Do you think they have responses for everyone coming in? Like everything they're going to say, oh, no, I don't like it. Well, you know. Well, look at his pants. That was interesting. Wow.
I put a lot of time and effort into booking it. I also try, and I don't think a lot of other people do this, but I try to get as many comics through as possible.
Sure.
So very rarely does someone get more than one spot a month. Because I want to try to get as many different people, and also we're kind of a neighborhood. Clubs, so we have a lot of repeat customers.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, unlike a lot of other clubs where there's like touristy or people coming in just once.
Right.
We get a lot of people that come back, like we know, I say we're the Cheers of comedy clubs.
The Cheers of comedy.
Everyone knows my name, I know their name.
Yeah, that's cool. That's fun. I like that.
So you don't have the same people all the time.
Right.
So yeah, I try to rotate people through, and I do try to keep it diverse. And it's fun. I always say, booking a comedy club's like in New York City is the easiest thing because there's so much talent.
There is a lot.
It's like putting your hand in a jar of jelly beans. You just want to make sure they're all not the same color.
Right. Oh, that's a good way of putting it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what I love doing is finding new talent.
Yes. And how do you do that?
Well,
do you scour the internet?
I scour the internet. I run mics. I do a lot of new talent shows at the club. And I actually run open mics. And sometimes someone will come across on an open mic and I'll like literally be like, you're really great. I want to see you on a show. Yeah. Or I'll work with them a little bit and then they get passed just from an open mic.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Yeah. And then I see like twice I saw someone on the internet and reached out to them and then like the next month or the next 6 months they were like famous.
Wow. Do I know who that was?
Yeah, one of them was Leslie Lau.
Okay.
Do you know who she is?
I don't.
So she's this comic. She was on Instagram, and I just been following her for the longest time, and I loved her, and I reached out to her, and then it turned out she was going to be at JFL, so I reached out to her at JFL, said I'm going to be. I think she thinks I was like stalking her.
That's all right. That's all right.
And now she's got a Netflix special.
Wow.
She's touring.
That's amazing.
Yeah, and then the other person who was really funny was Marcello Hernandez.
Okay.
Who he used to like come to the club, and you know, he was years ago was barking at our club and whatever. Wow. And then I went to JFL, and I saw him at JFL, and I was like, wow. You've gotten so good. You're amazing. You have to come to the club. And like a month later, he's on SNL.
Really? That's incredible. It's crazy how fast it can move for some people.
Yeah. I mean, I'm like, damn, I wish I booked him sooner.
I know. Did he ever do the club?
He did. He came.
Oh, great.
Yeah, he came once. But yeah, he's super busy. He's touring.
Of course,
and he's a super nice guy. And
yes.
It's fun when you see someone so young that just so talented, doing so well.
Especially when they're nice.
Yeah, he's a nice guy.
That helps. That helps.
Yeah, super nice.
Now,
super talented.
What happens when you're friends with someone who wants to be a comic and they're like, hey, can you put me up? And you're like, oh, you're not ready. But like, how do you say that without saying that? Or do you say that? Are you able to be direct?
It's the worst part of my job.
Yeah. I would imagine.
I was booking a club in the Hamptons.
Ooh, that's nice.
Yeah.
What club in the Hamptons?
It was a restaurant.
Oh, okay.
I've always wanted to bring comedy out there.
Yeah.
It's been out there for years. No one wanted to do it. This year, I finally get someone to do it with me, and then like 7 other people are doing comedy out there. But anyway, so this guy's been working with me. He's like my partner, and he says, "Oh, when I come into the city, I'd love to do a spot at your club." And I was sitting with Rich Aronovich. He was on the show with me. And I said to him, well, you have to send me your tape. Yeah. And Rich was like, ooh, that's brutal. You're not going to give him a spot? I'm like, I don't just put anyone on my show.
Right.
What I usually tell people is to send me their set. I have a specific email just for people to send sets.
Okay.
And I say, if I'm interested, you'll hear from me.
Okay. Yeah.
And if they keep bothering me, I'll either delete them permanently.
So what's a good amount of time to follow up? This might be a good for like people who want to get booked on the club.
Yeah, I think you follow up once. And if you don't hear back, or usually I'll be like, if you follow up once, I'll maybe respond. I used to always respond to everyone. And then it just got too overwhelming.
Sure.
And also I found that I always just like to give advice to people, and I realized that a lot of people don't want to hear it. So I stopped doing that because people get insulted very easily.
Like how to make a better tape, like that kind of stuff.
Like a lot of tapes I get, and I just say to them, listen, send me a tape without a 5-minute ad and introduction for it.
Right.
I don't have time to listen to like, Geico. And
hey guys, before you watch this, just wanted to let you know.
It's like really, and I always tell people, that's why I'm doing my Type 5. I get so many tapes, and I said, I usually only get through the first 20 seconds of a tape.
Okay. Yeah. That's good to know.
So if I don't laugh within the first 20 seconds, or you don't say something funny in the first 20 seconds, I'm not even going to bother.
So you got to have those hooks. It's just like a TikTok or something. You need to draw you in.
Yeah.
Because 20 seconds, I mean, that's actually that's a good amount of time you should have a joke in 20 seconds.
If you don't have a joke, if you don't make me laugh within 20 seconds, you're like not going to be on my
Gotta have those LPMs.
LPMs, last per minute.
Let's go. So what are you going to teach, of course, in the Type 5 class? Like, what's like the curriculum besides like just working on a Type 5?
Well, I talk a lot about, what you need to put in the Type 5, what makes you different, what makes you unique. I don't want to hear another 23andMe and dating joke app joke on your Type 5.
Right.
I mean, I learned early on, someone said, the difference between an A joke and a B joke. An A joke is something that just you can do. Right. Like no one else can steal from you, or something that's never been done before. Yeah. A B joke's fine. You can do those jokes on a longer set. Yeah. But if you want to impress me, you have to do something that's super unique.
And do you find that seeing so much comedy now, being just immersed in it, seeing great comedians every night, it's harder now to impress you?
I've always been hard to impress.
Okay, all right. All right. You're being honest, I like it.
But I really, I don't know why, but I really do think I have a good eye and a good talent. I always say to people, I think one of the most important things in comedy, I always say you have to find your voice, but this is also a new great store. Just
Elise Walker.
Yeah.
Do they have men's stuff?
No.
No, all right, well.
No, men aren't allowed to buy
Then I'm
on the
not shopping there, I know, seriously.
I think the actual tone of your voice is so important.
Okay.
Like, it's, to me, other than, the actual construction of the jokes, it's the hardest thing to teach. And some people just get on stage, and someone said this also to me in the beginning, that your voice is an instrument, that your vocal cords are strings, just like any instrument you play. And it sends these reverberations out into the room that make you feel good.
Never thought about that.
I sometimes hear a voice, and you automatically want to listen to them because it has such a good, wavelength to it, for lack of a better word.
Like a good cadence.
Yeah.
I like
just the strength. Like you can always tell like a newscaster's voice.
Oh yeah.
He's always got that. It literally sends vibrations through your body.
Yeah.
And a lot of people, I also say this, then they rely too much on the microphone to project their voice, and those same waves are not projected. There are different waves that get sent out through the microphone versus the actual waves of your mouth. Huh. And it's actually a physiological response.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Wow. We're learning, talkie-walkie. Now, do you have any...
Someone's going to say, that's not true. She's full of shit.
No. Comment below. Felicia's full of shit. No. Where do you want to keep going downtown?
Yeah. Well, we're getting into like, this is Ralph's.
Yes. I have gotten hot chocolate from here before.
I don't know why all of a sudden there's always a line out there.
I think it's like pretty cute, huh?
I don't know.
Also, I did see a TikTok of the security yelling at people outside for taking photos on like the public sidewalk. And I was like, that's not a good look, Ralph Lauren. Not a good look.
Yeah, well, he's more well known for his coffee now than his clothes.
That's kind of sad. I went to school at Marymount, Manhattan. So we're on 72nd. Well, just on 71st, in between 2nd and 3rd for 2 years.
So you grew up here?
Well, I spent 2 years at this school, then I spent a year at Hunter
right?
College, and then I just dropped out.
So are you older or younger than Lady Gaga? Much
I don't
younger?
know how old she is.
I don't know. You're probably about the same age. How old are you?
I'm 38.
She's probably a little, because she went to Marymount.
She did?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. No, didn't she? Yeah.
I thought she went to
Maybe
NYU.
Sacred Heart.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. I think, well, I don't.
Undergrad, though, not high school.
Oh, okay.
Went to Marymount College?
Yeah, Marymount, Manhattan.
Oh.
I don't know. It was a fun school. Good.
Okay.
I went for acting. Anyway. What?
Okay, so this is the real wheel.
Oh, I do know this because this is consignment.
Yes.
So I definitely know.
My friends buy clothes at Bergdorf's on their husband's credit cards and bring it to the real wheel, and they think they're making money because they get the cash.
Wear it?
Yeah, they buy it, they wear it, and then they bring it here and they make money.
All right.
And I'm like, you're not making money.
Yeah, not really.
You're
never
money
gonna wear it again.
laundering from your husband.
Yes, exactly. That's the move. That's the move. Do you have, what's like your pet peeves when it comes to like young comics starting out? What do you see? Because for me, I'll tell you my pet peeves is when new comics just go blue right away and start talking about sex.
Yeah.
Because it seems like, oh, such like a taboo thing. But really it's every comic.
Well, that's one of my pet peeves in general.
Oh, okay.
I run a pretty clean.
Should we go down here or do you want to go down?
Okay. I run a pretty clean comedy club.
Yeah.
Not that I don't have some blue people.
Sure.
But my husband, when I first started out, would say to me, Jerry Seinfeld never cursed. And I'm like, well, fuck Jerry Seinfeld.
Yeah, exactly.
But, they all say that if you need a curse to make the joke funny, it's not a strong enough joke.
Ah, that's a good point.
Yeah. So I do always, especially when women come in and they're doing a lot of like sex stuff, I always say things like, there's so much more interesting, important things about you.
Yeah.
Let's find every woman has sex.
Right. Well, we hope, if they want to.
Let's find something that's like more, more unique and interesting and dig a little deeper.
Yeah, that's a good, I like that.
Yeah,
I mean, I think
do hate when all beginner comedians, I'm also surprised when regular comedians, get on stage, the first thing they do is, how you doing? How's it going? And I'm thinking to myself, you're at a fucking comedy club. If they're not doing well right now, you're doing a really lousy job.
Right.
I'm doing a really lousy job.
Yeah.
And when you have like 4 or 5 comedians in a row doing that, it gets really tiresome.
It does. Sometimes I like to start, just like get right into it with something. I think, my thing lately has been getting on stage, taking the mic out, moving the stand, and then like starting. Sometimes you have to reset the audience though, if there's like a weird
vibe.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but you don't have to ask them how they are. You just have to read the audience.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, and resetting can mean different things for different people. I do sometimes. I kind of like to start with a little bit of crowd work too, just so everyone knows this isn't the same show. I'm not just doing lines, even though you are sometimes. You try to make it look as organic and get into it as naturally as possible, like you're having a conversation. To me, that's like what I prefer.
Right.
Joe List is really good at that.
Yeah, if you have a lot of time, that's good for you. But like I say, for the younger comedians that sometimes only have 5 minutes on stage, wasting 2 minutes of it talking to an audience member.
Totally.
And you know what? Even though it seems interesting to you, unless you really come back with a really funny joke, it's kind of boring for everyone else.
It is. It can be. Yeah, a lot of times people see crowd work on TikTok, so they think that's what comedy is, but it's not.
And yeah, and the other thing you could do, which I always, if I'm around, and it's a good thing for comedians to know, especially beginner ones, if you're on a show and you notice like the comedian's like really doing poorly or really killing it, and you're not going to match that level or whatever. It's okay to tell the host, listen, can you do like obviously ask the person running the show if you're not, but like have them do a minute. That's their job. It's the host's job to reset the room.
Yes. And some hosts do a great job of that. Others who have even been doing it for a while will just say your name and bring you up. And you're like, oh, wait, what's the... not at your club, but other clubs I've been to. You're like, oh.
That's the other pet peeve of mine when the host says, are you ready for more comedy?
Oh, you don't like that?
No.
All right.
What if they say no?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, of course you're ready. That's just like, You want more show?
No, of course we want more show. We paid for it.
Yeah.
In my hand.
Yeah, of course.
If they don't want more comedy, I did a really bad job booking the show.
What would be like a question like that you could ask that you would like, all right, let's keep the show moving, huh? Or like, that's like the same thing?
Yeah, I guess you keep the show moving. Or we have a lot more comedy for you, so I'm gonna keep the show moving.
Yeah, yeah.
And another thing that someone does also, which I don't really know how to get around it, because people do it when they have them start clapping before they announce the comedian.
Oh, God, we're gonna start right now. Start right now.
Yeah, and then you don't hear the comedian's name.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Because everyone's clapping so loud, and that's why every time, because I have so many people always come up to me like, oh, I just went to a comedy show. I saw this great comedian. I'm like, what's their name? And they're like, no one ever remembers the name.
See, I used to have a lot of jokes about my name, and that was helpful because a lot of people then remember, oh, Marcus Monroe. And
Right.
it's an easy name to remember.
Right.
You know, it's not like...
What's your name again?
I'm trying to think of someone who has like a hard name, like Rich Ivanovich.
Right.
Like, that's not an easy name to remember.
Right.
Like, I don't even know if I got it right. I think I did.
People,
but I love
people
Rich.
never remember anyone's name.
That's true.
I had
It's hard.
someone saying, you know that guy, I mean, this guy will be mortified if I hear it. He's like, you know, from Boston, he's really dirty, the redhead, what's his name? I'm like, Bill Burr?
yeah, it's true. I mean, people are forgetful. You know? Yeah, it is funny. It is crazy. So how long have you been running the West Side Comedy Club?
I was been working there, God, a long time, but I was probably doing the new talent shows like 2.5 years before the pandemic.
Oh, wow.
And then I ran it during the pandemic, kept it afloat.
Very cool.
And been running and running it, and booking it, and like have a partnership agreement with them since the pandemic.
Very cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome. It's a great show. I mean, it's a great club. My favorite show there is the
New Joke Night.
Yeah, I love New Joke Night. How did you know I was going to say that?
Because everyone loved it. It's called Not Ripe Bananas.
Not Ripe Bananas. I love it. Adam Gable books that show.
Yep.
He does a great job with it. It's my favorite. I always tell Adam this, and he probably thinks I'm lying, but it is my favorite show in the city because other New Joke Nights, you don't get as much time.
Yeah.
And here you really get to work new stuff, and you really get to see what works. And
yeah, well, it started with, you know, part of like the school, started out at F Comedy. I wanted to do a writer's room. So there's a bunch of us, the newer comics, every night before the New Joke Night, some of us comics, we sit around and we work on new jokes.
Yeah.
And then Adam had said to me, well, why don't we put a show afterwards? Because after you write these new jokes and work on it, we should try them.
Yeah, yeah.
And I had tried previously when I wasn't running the show to do it. And, you know, I got a lot of pushback from management because, you know, it's a free show, no cover, no minimum, and whatever, and won't work. And so it never got off the ground, but now we do it. I pushed it, I committed to it, and it's one of our most popular shows now.
Yeah, I love it. It's so fun. I mean, it's a free show, like, and you see great comics. You see Zar Nagar, you see me, yeah, I don't want to, you know, but yeah, you see so many good, Corey Kahaney, you see so many great, like, legends of comedy trying the new stuff that is going to be then on TV one day, or in their special, or Netflix. We're doing a talkie-walkie, stop it! Honestly.
Welcome to New York.
Welcome
and it's fun to see some of these really seasoned comedians like squirm on stage.
Oh, I love it. I get very uncomfortable at times doing new jokes because, like, nothing, like, doing a set, do you get nervous? Before, like, a regular spot?
No.
No,
not really.
I don't either because you kind of know what you're doing.
Yeah.
But new joke night, do you get nervous?
Not really.
Oh, you don't?
No.
Oh, wow.
I do it every week because I run it. So
okay,
it's sort of like not a, but
well,
yeah, you know what, it's my club also, so
True.
I have like this sense of, I just feel good. I just like home for me, so I never, it's like, you would never get nervous.
Yeah, you're comfortable at home. Right. See, I get a little nervous, not because, like, I'm like, oh, I don't know if they're going to like it, just because you're opening yourself up. This is like the first time you're saying these words together, and you really want to get the reaction that you hope for. And sometimes, if it's not going well, and sometimes it doesn't go well, you know, you just like start speeding through it.
But that's what's so good about it, because the audience knows it, so they always laugh when it's like, okay, we're not going to keep that one.
Yeah, it's exactly when you're.
And they just love it. They love it's almost a little bit about like America. They love failure.
Yes, yeah, that's very true. And I think the comedians are always so in the moment too, instead of just like on autopilot during a new show night, new joke night.
The one thing I hate about New Joke Night, though, is the people that don't do new jokes.
That bothers me too.
Because you get up there, that's when you feel like an idiot.
Yeah.
Because the person before you just killed,
crushing.
And you get up there with like the world's worst lineup of jokes.
Yeah.
And you look like a complete moron.
Yeah, you're like, what's the point? What's the point of doing New Joke Night if you're not going to do new jokes? Now, I will say,
they're nervous.
I will say sometimes I'll sneak in a newer joke that works in between the brand new stuff.
Just to show them you're not a total moron.
Yeah, exactly. Just to be like, see, I can do this. I know what I'm doing. This is the process. This is how it works.
That's what happened to me last night, the other night, Tuesday night. I was like, the second to last joke I did was so bad. I'm like, I can't end on this. I'll do a joke.
What was it?
I don't know. I can't remember what I was talking about, but it was, God, it'll come to me. But I said, okay, I got to end. I'll use one of my oldies but goodies that always kills.
Yeah.
And I do it, and like, no one laughs.
Oh, no. You know, I heard this line recently that's like, the best feeling in the world is a new joke that works, and the worst feeling is an old joke that doesn't.
Right.
And I don't know who made that up, but I'm like, oh, that is so true.
Yeah. Oh, I know it. I was doing a joke about my mom and like the whole dementia thing and insurance. I love it when you do it, like when you're talking to someone in person and you tell them a story and you guys can't stop laughing.
Yes.
And then you put it on stage and it's like silent.
Yeah.
That was one of those examples.
My brother had this thing happen to him in his apartment on the East Village where a couple just went into their apartment in the middle of the night, had sex on his roommate's bed. It was all bloody, and then they stole some stuff and left. And my brother just thought it was like his roommate, like he didn't know what was going on, and like he was telling me the story. He got the cops involved. The cops didn't believe him, and then but there was pants there and a wallet, so they forgot to take their wallet and their pants.
You can't make this shit up.
And I tried to do it I think I probably did it at Westside, like tried to make it funny. And I made it like about me. I like put myself like it was my apartment, you know, and I couldn't get it to work. But you know, one of those things I had really high hopes for it. I was like, oh, this is gonna kill. But the thing about new stories is that if you don't have those LPMs, those laughs in there, it's just like show and tell, and it's not really a joke then. It's hard, but
yeah, maybe it was just like a little rapey because there was blood there.
Yeah, well, I think it was, maybe bad time of the month or something. I don't know. I wasn't there. But
or maybe you were like Ambien having sex or something.
See, the second time you brought up Ambien, I need some Ambien. If you have some, hook me up.
No,
I take so many sleeping pills.
I was on Ambien for a very long time and completely addicted to it.
Oh, yeah.
And my doctor was like, it's better to get a good night's sleep. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I mean, years, every night. Every night.
Wow, every night.
And then one day she said to me, don't take Ambien anymore. I'm like, what are you talking about? You've been giving me 2 years. Yeah, it's been proven that it has shows real signs of causing dementia and Alzheimer's and really bad. Don't take it. I'm like, you've been like selling me this for like decades.
Wow.
You can't change your mind.
Did you have to wean off it then?
I had to wean off it. It took me years to wean off of it.
That would suck.
So now I just don't sleep.
Yeah, I don't know. Sleeping for me is so tough. I take a pill every night.
What pill?
Take a Seroquel.
Oh.
And then I take an edible. And then I'll like suck on a vape pen.
See, I can't do edibles and vape pens.
Have you tried it?
Yeah, it makes my mouth very cut and dry.
Oh yeah.
And then I wake up in the middle of the night feeling like I'm gonna die.
Oh well, you don't want that. They're not for everyone. And I don't want to.
You don't have that. Not everyone gets that like cottony. Like literally, you like wake up in the middle of the night, you're like. I have a bottle of water next to my bed, so when I get But then you drink, and then you have to wake up to go to the bathroom. So like, I'm not sleeping.
I had to pee 3 times the other night in the middle of the night. What is up with that?
Because you're vaping and taking gummies and getting thirsty.
Oh yeah. There you go. Next time I do that, I'm gonna text you. Be like, is it the gummies? Now, what do your kids think about you doing stand-up?
My kids like it. My older 2 think it's cool.
Okay.
My little one's never seen me before.
How old is the little one?
My baby's 21.
Oh. All right. I was thinking like a little one.
Yeah, no, she's the most like me. And she gets the brunt of my humor.
Okay. And she's never seen you perform?
She's never seen me perform.
Why not? Does she not want to? Or is she scared to see like...
She's like, I used to say we're like oil and water, but we're more like oil and diesel. Like
okay.
If you put us, we'll explode together.
All right.
We don't repel each other. We explode when we're together.
All right.
So So she just, I mean, she's kind of getting over it. But what's funny is she has a couple of friends that are into comedy.
Well,
and they're like seeing my name, and they're all, people are like, wow, your mom, I'm obsessed with your mom.
Yeah.
She's so cool. So I'm coming around on the, you know.
That's cool. That's nice.
Not so embarrassing factor anymore.
Is she in school? Or
She's in school.
Or did she go to school in the city?
She's in college.
Okay.
She's a senior in college.
Oh, okay. All right.
My mom came to see me. I just filmed it. I'm gonna post it on Instagram soon. She's like, do you like? So my friend said, what did you think of her hour? Did you like it? And she's like, no.
You did an hour and your mom didn't like it?
Yeah, she's like, it's very low class. She's a high class girl.
Ah. Did you grow up in the city?
No, I grew up in New Jersey. I'm a Jersey girl.
Are you a Jersey girl, part like Bergen County or
Yeah.
something? Did you really?
Yeah. How'd you guess? I don't know if you were friends or knew Neil Nanda.
Yeah, yes, very
So,
sad.
yeah, so I was friendly with him, and he just moved here, and I was talking to him like literally the day before he died.
Oh man, really?
Yeah, and I booked him on a show, the first possible show I could book him on, because, you know, I was booking January, so I had him booked January 4th, and I'm going to do a benefit event.
Oh, that's so nice. He was a comedian, if you don't know, who just recently tragically passed away.
Yeah. So we're going to raise money.
Very nice.
And I'm going to start, I work with this charity, it's called Same Here Global. It used to be called We're All a Little Crazy, and he kind of tries to educate people on, you know, mental health awareness, and that if everyone feels like, you know, everyone has a little bit of crazy, so he's trying to take the stigma away from it.
That's nice.
And he does these circles where people get together and they talk. So we're going to do a bi-monthly comedian circle.
Oh, very cool.
Because mental health and comedians and drug addiction and abuse and all that stuff, it's all very prevalent. And
yes.
It's going to be part of the school to help comedians as they
love that.
You know, venture on this crazy roller coaster ride of comedy.
Yeah. I think that's awesome.
So yeah,
Wait, is Madonna on 86?
Next block.
We gotta go down?
Yeah, 1 block. 2 blocks.
Oh, you live real close to Madonna.
Yeah, we walked by all the way on the way to Anita's. We passed her house.
Oh, that's funny. Have you ever seen her?
We have not, but we always get excited when we see her lights on. They're rarely
cool.
on. And once in a while, maybe once or twice we saw the garage open, thinking she was coming, but we've never seen her. Yeah, she's on tour now.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, I kind of want to see her. I mean, I grew up with Madonna.
Sure. Yeah, she's great, and she's still doing it. It's awesome.
I know. I hope when I'm her age, I'll still be up on stage.
I have a feeling that you will, because comedy's one of those things you can do forever.
Yeah, but they're not really kind to the older people. Older women. There are very few older women that are.
Well, I mean, I think, you know, obviously.
Rock stars too, by the way. I mean, look at Mick Jagger. I mean, he's still at it. You don't see very many.
True.
Old women. Next block.
Oh.
You don't see that many old women rocking it on stage.
That's true. All right, are we going?
One more.
81st. Okay.
One more.
Yeah, I mean, you got like Joan Rivers and then Carol Burnett. Yeah, you're right though. I mean,
Joan Rivers is probably the rare.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Because she did it up until her 80s. She'd probably still be doing it if she didn't have that horrible accident.
Right. Yeah.
But
I got to see her perform once.
Yeah, I have a funny story. I went to Las Vegas with my husband and his family, and we sat in the front row, and she was like picking on me.
That's funny.
She was like, "You slut."
Oh, that's great.
Like,
I love
it.
Know? What an honor. Oh yeah, that's hilarious. I love that.
Yeah, because I was with my husband, with my boyfriend and his family.
That's weird to take a trip to Vegas with your boyfriend's family, right?
Yeah, they used to love to go there.
Oh, that's fun. Are they gamblers?
Yeah, they just like the shows and stuff. They like
this entire building, right?
That brick building is all hers.
That's incredible. It's Madonna's house, right there. There is a light on up there.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 windows.
Wow.
Yep, someone's there. Oh, looks like someone in there. No. It looks like a costume up there.
Yeah, it does. Like almost kind of like satanic.
Yeah.
Right up there.
Yeah, there's a couple windows over that whole floor is lit up.
That's crazy.
She must be home because I think she was at Madison Square Garden. But yeah, that's our whole floor.
That's incredible.
And then
I'm with the queen of the Upper East Side, Felicia Madison. We did it. We walked. We talked. It was fun. Where can people?
I got my steps.
I hope
You're
you
a very
did.
Fast walker.
I'm sorry. You kept up. I do have to slow it down.
Long legs.
I have been told to slow down, but I have to zigzag through all these people too. I got the GoPro on the selfie stick. I look real cool doing my podcast.
I'm glad it's so far away that I can't see what I look like. So.
You look good. You look great. You look great per usual. Where can people find you?
You go other than the Upper East Side.
Yes, yes.
At Westside Comedy Club, or go to FeliciaMadison.com. I have my hour special coming out.
When's that coming out?
Hopefully, I think my birthday's coming up, so I'm going to launch it on my birthday, which is February 20th.
Ah, well, happy birthday. Well, this will come out way before then, so make sure February 20th. Are you going to put it on YouTube? Where's it come?
Probably put it on YouTube and hopefully Sirius XM.
Woo! Very good, Felicia. We did it. Talkie-walkie. Yeah. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and or watch another one. Watch another video. Could be fun. I don't know. Could be cool. You're already this far. You're still watching this, so just watch it. Watch another video. Or subscribe. Or whatever. No pressure. I'm a cool guy. I just weighed myself. I'm 166. Pretty good.